what's going on, honey? We got a heated discussion today. I was scrolling on Facebook, right, minding my business, and bam, it hit me. I see this child with a dress on, with his hands on their hips, okay? Okay, hands on the hips, looking all devilish. Work it, go ahead, honey. Okay. And under that, oh my God, black adults bullying this baby, dragging this baby. I thought kids was off limits. I thought we don't talk about the kids, but we only don't talk about the kids. I don't know, y'all pick and choose. So if kids are not off limits, don't get mad when people attack your kids, because you definitely attack kids that you perceive to be gay, or you perceive to be trans, or you perceive to not conform to your own personal agenda. All right. So this is the story of this picture that's going around. They said that this is a fake picture. It's a fake story. It's a content creator that loves to place fake stories and it go viral. But since it's fake, we still gonna talk about it because y'all love to talk about fake stuff. Y'all claim y'all only like natural stuff and real stuff, but honey, the homophobes, the heterosexuals, all of y'all was in the comments, and y'all said, I saw one person said, well, it's just still a good conversation to talk about. Well, let's talk about it, because I'm the best person to talk about this, okay? Because honey, woo, I'm trans. All right. Yeah, I'm trans. Now, me growing up, I was forced into a Christian agenda. I didn't know nothing about no Christian and no religion and doing the Christian rituals, drinking blood of Jesus and all that and getting baptized. I have no idea what I'm doing as a child, but I am forced to do this. I don't understand the book text, but I'm forced to parade around and get all this privilege, all the praises and stuff, okay? And I was forced to conform, to dress masculine, to act masculine. Was it me? No, nobody cares about you as a child and your self-expression and what's good for your mental health. It's more, I am being a, a thing that my parents want me to be. They want me to be in their image. They want me to be what they expect, which is wrong as hell because I'm a whole human, okay? I might be a child, but God darn it, I'm a human with my own thoughts. Did I question? I did question. But honey, you don't question your parents. Obey, obedient. Honey, I say all to say that I am trans. So conforming, wearing a pants, wearing a dress, it doesn't matter. It's a dress. What is a dress? A dress is a piece of cloth. All right. Some people say, well, let that boy be a boy. Well, what is a boy? A male child. So it's not, you cannot act a boy. A boy is just what it is. It's a biology. Putting on a dress doesn't change your biology. Putting on a dress, does that make a male turn into a female? Does that make a male have periods? Does that make a male have birth when puberty hits? It doesn't. It doesn't. But what it is you have social construct. Now, social construct is so different from biology. Biology is just what you are, whether you got a cut or you don't got a cut on a body. You got two different body types, a body that got a cut and a body that don't got a cut. Okay, when I was growing up, that's what the elders, I described females as bodies with cuts. She got a cut between her leg. That's what they say. So a cut versus not a cut. That's all the bodies are. Now, one body, when it get older, the body with the cut produces eggs to procreate, to breed. And the other body that don't have a cut, they have the fertilizer to fertilize the egg if they want to procreate. That's it. That's all. That's all it is to biology. Now, when you have social construct, that is people making up shit. Well, if the body got a cut, then the body needs to wear pink. That don't got shit to do with nobody's biology. It's all made up. So I'm happy that the mom, because in the fake story, the mom got upset and was like, "No, you're not gonna kick my son, my child out because you got to show me the bylaws or whatever like that." So I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it. And I came across this girl. Her name is Melissa. She's on Facebook. And she talks about it. And she says she does not condone trans bullying and all that. And I just liked it. I haven't even listened to her yet, but I got a feel I'm gonna like her message. So I was like, I want to put and react to it. And I know this might be a hot topic. Honey, bring me the questions. I'm ready to rumble. All right. I am the perfect person to have this conversation with because, honey, I identify more with this boy than any of you. All right. We just live in two different worlds. And a lot of times you don't understand it and you want to force your agenda on us. I know I had your agenda forced on me. Okay. And honey, I'm still here, still standing, still having a happy, great life. Because what is it? I would think, well, no. See, a lot of people, when they have kids, they want to control their kids. It's about control. They want to conform their kids. They want their kids to be what they want them to be. If that's the case, stop having kids and get an AI robot. Just get a goddamn robot. Humans are not to be controlled and all that. I know I'm not. Shit, I'd rather leave here than be controlled and be what you want me to be. I did that. And with my family and dynamic, I was down low. Before I transitioned, that's what they made. That's what they created. They forced me in a closet. Now, when I'm looking at this child, I bet you one thing, they not going to grow up to be a down low man, okay? Only time you have down low men is when you're forcing kids to conform into this heterosexual, into this social construct of what a person without a cut should wear, should be, should act. When you are forcing bodies to say you need to act like this, you need to be like this, you need to wear this label, as a child, you're conditioning them to be down low. That's why so many down low motherfuckers out here. But if you didn't do all that, they wouldn't be down low men out here, now would they? No, because they feel comfortable and safe to express themselves with their family. I've never had that comfortability to express myself to my family because I already knew my family were very strict, was one-sided. I grew up homophobic, transphobic, and hell yeah, I had a lot of self-hate in myself. Yeah. And it's crazy. I could when I was a child in school, I could defend everybody in school. But when I saw people picking on gay people, I could not defend them. Um because I knew it was something so I don't even know how to explain the shit. But I regret and I wish I can go back in time and really defend those gay kids that I saw being bullied. And I wish that I can go back in time and defend those gay lesbians that was walking down the street and got bullied from my family. Well, hell, shit, I got bullied with my family, but not as harsh as the strangers did, but I could defend anybody else. But when I was young and I saw people bullying those people, I froze up because if I defended them, I would got accused of being that same thing. Okay. Oh, and you learn reputation matters when you are in a homophobic, transphobic environment. So you do hide and you be placed in down low because down low have privileges. And I know a lot of you guys say, well, it's 2026. Come out the closet. Come for what? Why are they gonna come out the damn closet? Y'all still obsessed about gay shit. Every time I go into the heterosexual gossip spaces, all you see, this person did this. If a person eat a banana, he gay. That is the most stupidest shit ever. If that's the case, if a person eat an apple, they straight. You see how dumb that sounds? No matter what a person does, if he eats that damn apple, he's straight. Even if he wear panties. I mean, that is how dumb you guys sound. It's all made up in your head. Okay? Gay, straight, it has nothing to do with how you are. Your expression has everything to do with what the fuck you attracted to in bed. That's it. That's all. But you guys add extras. You make up shit. Okay. But you get upset when people make up shit too. You ain't the only one that can make up shit in the social construct world because it's all make believe. It ain't real. It's not biology. It's not science. All right. So I want to bring this lady on and react to it. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Hold on before let me see. It says you are clearly part of the problem. Definitely work for the Satan. Well, if I'm part of the problem, let me be part of the problem. Okay. How are you going to fix it? Huh? If I'm part of the problem, how you going? Because I'm not conforming to you. Honey, I'm not about to conform to your bullshit. I conform to your bullshit and honey, you praised me. You worshiped me. Okay. So just stop it because your whole thing is fake as hell. It's flawed. And it's sad. And when it comes to gay and straight, hell, you got all these heterosexual kids are killing each other. 13,000 homicides a year from the black community. If that's demonic, that's the work of Satan. Okay? Teach your kids not to kill each other. I haven't killed anybody. I don't got a body. You're mad because I don't want to conform and be with you? Is that what it is? Because if I'm not trans, then you upset that I don't want to be with a body that got a cut between their legs. I don't want that. That's what it's all about. Because if I desire a body with a cut, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. You'll probably allow me to hit on you and beat on you and cheat on you, and you keep on spinning the block on my ass like you always do with these other niggas and complaining. Make it make sense. Okay, you don't have to worry about me ever doing that to you because I'm not interested. I'm not an option. All right. But let's see what else. God created man and woman. Ain't no in between. Can't. God, I want to see you. All of this garbage. Okay, let's go there. So you're talking about the Jesus. You're talking about Christianity, right? Adam and Eve. God made more than that. Yes, he did. But if you're talking about your own belief, that's your own belief. Where is hell at? Have you been to hell? You haven't even been to hell. You haven't even been to heaven. Your ass ain't gonna even make it to this heaven that you never even been to. Ain't nobody ever came back from heaven. Ain't nobody ever came back from hell. When you die, you die. That's it. That's all. All right? So until you show me proof of what you're talking about is a belief system. You have to believe it to believe it. And even if you do believe it, it ain't facts because you don't got no proof from it. You're going to find out when you die. And why are you so obsessed with me when you need to be worried about your family? You got a husband over there that's cheating on you. Ain't his ass hellbound for cheating? What about your sons? Your son's not a virgin on marriage day. You don't give a damn about that. But fornication will lead you to hell, right? So it's impossible that you care so much about a gay and a trans person salvation, but you don't care about your son's salvation that he's fornicating. You don't care about heterosexual black boys that's killing each other and homicide 13,000. So when they're in a shootout and they die, ain't they going to hell? Because they have hate and they're killing, but you don't care about their salvation, but you care about our salvation. That is a manipulation and it's bullshit, and anybody can see through it. How is it you so close to God and you don't even realize your husband is molesting your goddamn daughter? I would think God would tell you about your daughter being molested by her uncle before your God come try to send me a message. He can't send me shit. He's not even sending you a message to get your life together. So come on, it's bullshit. Stop the press, okay? Are you supporting this? Yes, I support a child expressing themselves. Yes, I do. Now, if you got a rebuttal for it, comment in the comment section. Let's have a conversation. A skirt does not change nobody's biology. Just like when that guy, what's that, Playboy Max? Now he's 21 years old. Now some people say, wait till you're 18, wait till you're 18. He's 21 years old. He's a grown man. He put on a wig, and you guys still have issue with him. But it doesn't matter what age, you just gonna have issue, and that's your issue. And I'm so glad that Playboy Max give y'all the middle finger and he continue on being his best self, because a wig ain't nothing but a cap and fake ass hair. A wig ain't gonna make you bleed. A wig ain't gonna give you periods. A wig ain't gonna get you pregnant. So it's bullshit. All right. All right. Come on. I'll come up here to have a conversation. Now let's have a conversation. All right. I'm ready for y'all. Come on, ho. Okay. Oh, hell no. Let me block your demonic ass. Block me, honey. Block me. Block me. And let me ask you this. Why did it take for me to say it? God didn't give you any senses that say, hey, she may support something that you don't support. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead with your bastard kids. I'm not pressed, baby. Go ahead. I don't support this respectfully. Please don't be mad. We all have a. I'm not mad, Melvin. Okay. Why am I mad? Don't you think I know you don't support it? Okay. And why don't you support it? Why don't you? Me as a boy child, me wearing a dress, how is that going to affect you? Tell me about that. I would think you would want to support people not bullying gay kids and trans kids. But let's talk, Melvana, or well, Melvana, child. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. I'm ready. I'm listening. As the fuck they should. This is stupid. Yeah, stupid to kick a child out for having a dress. It's a piece of clothes. What does it make? What does it change? Do a dress change your biology? Yes or no? Press 1 if a dress changes your biology. It doesn't. But I'll wait. Okay. So like I said, all this other stuff, if you eat a banana, you this way, if you dress this way, you that's all made up. That's all social construct, which is not science and it's not facts. So come on, give it to me. Come on, I'm ready, honey. Share my shit. Yeah, let's do it today, baby. But y'all so quiet. Why y'all so quiet? All right, come on. I'm ready. This is sad. Damn. What the rush to the point, boy in girls' clothes? What's so sad about it? You can't even explain to me what's so sad. And second of all, what's sad is the abortion rates. Killing babies in your womb. Now that's sad. I would think that's demonic. Well, a lot of the Christians feel that way. But it says, what's the rush to put boys in girls' clothes? It's no, what do you mean, what's the rush? Do you think the parent, oh my God, let me put your ass in a skirt? What's the rush in putting boys or male kids that don't have a cut to force them to be masculine? What's the rush on that? What's the rush in pushing me into football when I was a child? What's the rush on that? What's the rush to forcing me into church? What's the rush on that when I don't understand nothing about that concept? What is the rush on that? It ain't no rush. It's just people want to force their kids to be like them. They want to force it, and I think that's wrong, especially with religion because it's so complex. How about when it comes to religion, let a child turn 18 and decide if they want to go down that religious route? How about that? How about that? Okay. What'd you say? It says, Melvana said, I told you before I like your content, but some things I don't agree with. Well, Melvana, that's fine, because a lot of things I may not agree with you, right? We're not a monolith. Everybody is not going to agree with everybody. Is that right? So that's that. I'm just asking you to explain your point, Melvana. What's your issue with me as a male child wearing a dress? How is that going to affect you, Melvina? Okay? How? Only thing it disturbs is the agenda that you want to push on me as a body without a cut. You want me to be your fantasy of what you perceive how a body without a cut should act. That's all it is. That's all it is. So I'm just listening. I agree. It shouldn't be a rush to make kids to do anything. Okay. Well, I agree with you on that. We have common ground with that. So with this child, I'm sure, look how this child is posing. Do you think somebody is forcing them to wear a fucking dress? There ain't nobody forcing them to wear a dress. Hell, I was forced into football. I was forced into basketball. I was forced into church. Y'all ain't say shit about shit forcing on me because it falls into your fantasy of what you want a person with without a cut to be like. That's all it is. It's just your fantasy. You have fantasies of other people. It says, look at her bitter face. She probably did it to piss the dad off. That's if he's even around. Well, the father is around, and this person, this is not the mother. This is just a commentator. Look at you. This is just a commentator. All right. And ain't nobody did anything to piss the dad off. It's everything does not center around y'all. Okay. When I came out as gay, when I came out as trans, it don't got shit to do with you, but y'all make it about y'all because you condition kids to live their whole life based on your happiness, based on your pleasure as a parent. And I think that's demonic. I think that's sad. I am not here to please my parents. I am not here to please anybody on this earth. Know that, okay? I'm not here to pander to none of y'all. All right. Y'all do that to yourselves and you're still unhappy. The divorce rates is through the roof. You still gonna get unalived by your husband, your boyfriend, the people that you pander to, the people that you try to make happy. I don't believe life should be involving yourself around trying to make another person happy. But that is your concept. That is what you guys fantasize about. So let's go. I'm enjoying this. Okay. Well, let him wear the dress at home. There are other kids. Why should he get special treatment? How's he getting special treatment? Why shouldn't he wear a dress in school? For what? Girls wear dresses in school. What is so bad about a fucking dress? It's nothing but a piece of clothes. Do a dress has magical spells, or is it you sexualize a dress? Is that what it is? Is it that you see a dress and you sexualize it? And if you sexualize a dress, then why do you have your little girls wearing dresses if it's sexualized? If kids are kids, kids should wear the same thing. It shouldn't be well, if you're a body with a cut, it needs to be this way. If you're a body without a cut, it needs to be that way. And then put sexual on it. Kids shouldn't be having any clothes that's sexual. So help me out, figure that. It said the dress code's a dress code. The dress code didn't say anything about a body without a cut with a dress or not. The mom said in the AI story, since we're talking about a fake story, the mom argument was it did not say that. So she has rights. So it's not in the dress code. It's not in the dress code, boo. Okay. So yeah, the dress code is not in the dress code. And why should she shouldn't be ashamed of her child and their child expression? That's sad. You failed as a parent if you are ashamed of your own child. If anything, your child should feel safe with you. You should be a safe space, a safe haven for your child. I did not have that. And I was looked upon as the perfect Christian son. I had so many parents come to me when I was a boy child and say, oh my God, I wish my son was like you. You know why? Because I was putting on an act. I was forced to put this masculinity act on, the down low act, And the down low act, y'all claim y'all can't stand down low men, but you love down low men. I was once a down low man, and you praised me. You love that shit. So y'all so fake it's flake and flawed. And shit, you may say, well, just come out the closet. How can I come to the closet? You put me in this closet as a child and you locked the damn door. This is what you wanted. When a down low man doesn't start when he's 18, a down low man starts as a down low boy child that have parents that are homophobic. Every down low man has homophobic parents that would be like, you can't be no gay. I ain't raising no gay sons. You gonna be a mother effing man, and this is what it is, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so you condition that, you groom that. So when they become a monster and grown and get all the privileges, I can't get mad at the down low man that won't come out the closet. Who is going to get away from all those privileges? For me, I didn't care about y'all praising me. I didn't care about y'all likes. I didn't care about none of that. Was it cool at the time? It had its moments, but I would rather to have my freedom than care about anybody giving me any type of support, because I get my own support, my own validation. When I was 12 years old, I knew for myself I had to work on independence. Because as a child, a lot of you parents groom your kids to be attached to your validation of them. When I was a child, all I wanted to do was make my parents happy, make my parents proud. I just wanted to make teachers proud. I wanted to make the adults proud. I wanted to be the token. Um, so I depended on their validation. But when I was 12 years old, that's when a lot of shit clicked for me. That's when I knew I never wanted kids. I never wanted to marry. When I was 12 as a child, it was already forced to me when I was growing up under 12 that, oh, wait till you get married. You're going to understand. Wait till you have kids. You're going to see how life is like. And they were always fantasized and forced the idea of marriage and kids. When I'm a child, why are y'all talking to your kids about wait till they get married and kids? So I knew that's what I said. Hell no, I'm never going to do that. Why would I want to put kids in this world when I'm having an issue as a child and this shit and ain't nobody give a fuck about me? So hell no. But I already knew at 12, I had to cut that emotional dependent off. And it helped. It definitely helped when you cut it off. And I would say I had a stepfather, because I have a father and a stepfather. But my stepfather, he cut me off at 9 years old from hugging my mom and stuff like that. So I didn't have that. So I didn't like that I was cut off from my mom, having emotions towards her, but he was saying that's going to make me into a man, whatever. Bullshit. I'm a trans woman, right? But these are all the ignorant bullshit that you all push on your kids. As a child, I wasn't allowed to wear red shoes. My stepfather saw red shoes as a sign of homosexual. I couldn't do that. I was not allowed to have my ears pierced as a male child. They saw that as a sign of homosexuality. But that ain't stopped me from, you know what? Sucking deep. I am who I am. You cannot change a person who they are. You can't change my DNA. You can suppress it. You can create a down low person that is just doing it on the low and giving you what you want with the heterosexual act and the masculine act. And that's your monster that you birthed, that you created. But other than that, a person gonna be who they are if they decide to be who they are. So I didn't care about that. A lot of people are suppressing it because they want y'all validation. They don't want to be bullied by y'all. They don't want to be blocked by y'all. I don't give a fuck. All of y'all can block me. Shit. I'm not dependent on anybody. Okay. I got God on my side. God lives within me. God been holding my hand for this long, baby. Okay. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Shoot, I don't have any sugar booger parents. Okay. I've never seen my mama being a hoe. Okay. I've never seen my father beat on my mother. I've never been molested as a child. So God has been protecting me, and I'm still here. I'm still standing. So many people that is dead. You understand? So God is always having his grace and mercy on me, boo. Okay? So yeah. Ah. Are y'all enjoying my commentary? Press 2 if you enjoy my commentary. I know it ain't nothing you never heard before. Okay? All right. So let me look here before I keep on going. It says I had to call. I'm back. Child, you missed it, honey. When somebody called you, you say, nah. Gigi on the line. I'm gonna have to call you back. You don't put me on a second burner, Melvina. Hell, you don't do that to me. Okay. Relax says, save your baby boys from these predators. This baby boy is prey for weirdos like Sydney Starr. Okay, well, let's go there. How many people are black men that are predators? How many women are preyed upon? Who gets preyed upon more? Bodies with a cut or bodies without a cut? If you look at the stats, bodies with a cut get preyed on more, and guess by who? By their fathers, by their uncles, and these men are heterosexuals, okay? So a transgender going after a 13-year-old is very small versus the black heterosexual cisgender community like R. Kelly and Bootsy and more that condone it and go after little kids. So make it make sense. Okay. All right. Make it make sense. So it says, as a kid, it's the parent's job to find out what's in their child mind, like question they need answers. Well, K night or Y night, as a child, you have to have comfortability. So, yeah, my parents failed in that regard because my parents were religious fanatics, and you cannot be yourself around religious people. You cannot be yourself around judgmental people. It's not a safe zone. They are very easy to predict. They're very predictable. I can predict my parents and people around me way better than they can predict themselves. That's how much I learned these people. Okay? I can mimic the best homophobic person. I can mimic the best transphobic person. I can be more homophobic and transphobic than the homophobic and trans people. I can be better at heterosexual acting than heterosexuals. Before my transition, when I was a man, I act more masculine than most of these heterosexual men. I was way more masculine than them. I can outperform any of y'all. Okay? It's fake as fuck, but I can outperform it. Okay? It's just a performance. It's all an act. All right. It says after 18 years old, it's no longer our business. You surrender your kids to God and to help them. After 18 years old, no longer our business. I disagree. You're a liar. You're a liar. First of all, for me, I tried to get a divorce from my parents when I was 12. All right. Why can't I get a divorce? Can kids get a divorce? It's legal for kids to get a divorce. Did you guys know that? So, like I said, your religion, that's make believe. That's a belief system that you decide in your head that's real and it's not. It's a social construct. It's not facts. It's not science. It's a make believe in your head. But you can get a divorce from your parents. And when I turned 17, I left. I left my home state. And guess what? My parents were more worried and calling me every day. What are you doing? Why you ain't call us back? What's going on out there? So, no. They going to stay in your business. When I'm 21, they stayed in my business. When are you going to have some kids? Have you thought about marriage? All this shit. Y'all stay involved. So stop it. Once you turn 18, that is just a lie you tell yourself. Most parents, when their child turns 18, they're still in their business. A lot of them still hope that their child depends on them. Okay? Y'all be so butthurt if your 18-year-old child leaves and never called you, just disappeared? Y'all would be so butthurt. So just stop it. My parents, they did love me. They still love me, and I still love them. Now, fast forward, me and my parents have the best relationships. But growing up, um, it was, I couldn't stand it. But looking at my life growing up, you wouldn't be able to tell because I was down low and I was fronting and I put on a good act. Okay. I put on a good act for survival and to get privileges. And shit, I was going to make it comfortable for me because I was still doing me. Shit. So that's just how that was. It says, it's starting with the mother dearest. Well, I don't, okay, who you talking about? You talking to Relax? It says, after 18 years old, it's no longer our business. Parents are just not cutting you off after 18. That's a lie. Press one if you're a parent and you just cut your child off after 18. Did y'all do that? I doubt it. Shit, I wish my parents would not be in my business no more. I wish when I was 18 years old, they'd just be like, you do what you want to do. We don't care. They are very involved and they are very care. I think that's another lie that you tell to yourself. It's another lie. Okay, happy Friday. Okay, another parent said, nope, you still gonna be involved. After 18, do you still care what if your child, you didn't even realize your child was gay or trans, and on their 19th birthday, they bring home another man? They come home in a dress and a wig, and you had no idea your child was who your child was. You would freak out. You wouldn't be like, well, I don't care. That's my child. So stop lying. All y'all do on here is lie. And that's why, and the heterosexual is so messed up. When you look into the heterosexual lives, I see so many men, they dealing with depression. Do you know more black heterosexual men are doing the selfie from depression than women? And but how y'all say it, if you straight, you're gonna live a better life. That's a fucking lie. How many straight people out here that's killing their babies in their wombs, that having so many regrets about these relationships, that's unaliving each other in these relationships? Shit. Honey, I don't want none of that. Okay, okay. So just stop it. It says I stayed cutting my mom off. Well, that's you. Did I cut my mom off? No, I did not cut my mom off. I like my mother. You know, I love my mother, but besides her being my mother, I do like her, right? It's just that I just cut it where I didn't invite her into my life because I already knew. I predicted that, hell, I already know how this woman is because I study people. And when I was a child, I studied people because I'm a people pleaser. If you are a people pleaser, tell you about us. What we do naturally, we study people. We know how to trigger you. We know how to please you. So I just cut her off from part of my life. And then a little bit I would give her, she would just pry. And then I was never going to tell my parents I was gay. I was going to stay on the down low. I was cool with being on the down low. I was happy being on the down low, to be honest with you. Only thing that's annoying being on the down low is they keep asking you about fucking kids. And they keep asking you about marriage. It's like, can you shut the fuck up with that shit? And I'm irritated because there's so many heterosexual men and women now that are not married and that they don't have kids. And I'm like, why y'all didn't pressure their ass like y'all pressured me? Okay? Because at one point, I was at a breaking point where I was on the verge of having kids just for people to shut the fuck up, right? And I'm like, damn, how these other heterosexuals, how they make it without no kids? I guess they didn't care about the pressure. I don't know. And maybe y'all didn't pressure them on the verge like you pressure a good looking man. You know, when you're a good looking man, or you're a good looking woman, the pressure is on. Everybody wants you to have kids. Everybody wants you to get involved with somebody. Everybody at the cookout want to have you to meet this girl. I don't want to meet no bitches. Hell. That's the only shit I couldn't stand. But besides that, when I'm not with my family, I'm doing my own thing in my own life, and I'm good. But I had a nigga, and he was about to marry me. He wanted to marry me, and he got engaged and everything. And I was going to do my marriage on the down low. Ain't nobody had to know. Shit, that's how I liked it. But he would not go forward, and he would not buy me a car that he was going to buy me, because I'm kind of like a gold digger. I've always been a gold digger, until I came out to my parents, because he was like, he don't want to feel like I'm ashamed of him. Ain't that some bullshit? So yeah, that's the only reason why I came out that time. But then after we broke up, I told my parents I went to church and I got saved again, and I'm a heterosexual. It was all a lie. But like I said, when you're a pleaser, you know how to please someone. I knew that was very pleasing to their ears. So I did it to please them at that time. But then later on, I said, fuck it. I want to spin the block and just let their ass know that whole shit was a lie. Okay. Hell, they so close to God, they so into religion, they should have seen the lie, right? Clearly, y'all that's close to God, y'all ain't close to God. Y'all don't got no power. Y'all can't even sense when your husband is cheating on you. You can't even sense when your son is gay. You have no senses at all. Hell, okay. But let me go here and put this lady up, because I'm supposed to been putting this lady up. I stay cutting off my mama. Well, I didn't cut off my mama. I mean, my parents was shit. Honey, when you are a heterosexual man, you get spoiled. You get privileges. I grew up in a male center family. Majority of my family, they cater to black men. You know how they say that black boys are always the favorite? That's the society I grew up in. Girls were always treated as second class citizens. That's just how it always was. So as growing up, I didn't like it. I felt that things should be equal. But the heterosexual men and even the women said women does not belong in power. Women belong to be submissive and under a man. When I was growing up, they felt that a woman that's a boss or a woman that's a manager, that is a woman that's trying to be a man. And that's not a woman's place to ever be a manager or to be over a man, right? Um, I rejected that idea, but I couldn't express it because I would be shamed if I felt they shame you, they bully you to conform, and they want you to believe what they want to believe. It's all force. It's all fake. It's all bullshit. The society I came from. And a lot of you guys are part of that same society. It's faking this bullshit. Let's argue about it. Let's talk about it. But okay. It says, I have to admit, you have some good points. Well, thank you, Marvin. I'm surprised some of y'all stayed around to listen. Okay. But like I said, if you guys really want to talk about it and get an understanding, let's do it. But you guys don't want to talk. You don't want to understand, and you just want to bully the conversation. You just want to force your points, which you don't got shit but fake belief systems, social construct. That's it. What majority say. Fuck a majority. Majority going to hell, ain't they? Press 2 if y'all believe that majority people going to hell. So who gives a fuck about what majority says? Okay. But yeah, let me put this lady up here. Okay. Because I'm having fun talking about this. Ooh, it felt good to get this shit out. I don't care who watching. I love it. Okay. Okay. I love it. I love getting this shit out. All right. Somebody need to hear it. Okay, let's go.
Where my rainbow community at? Where my trans women at?
Right here. Right here. Hey. Hey. Right here. Right here. Okay. Uh-huh. Right here, baby. And what? And what?
I got a trans daughter. I don't motherfucking play. Let me explain something to y'all.
I love that. I love that about this black mother. Okay. I love that. I love that she has a trans daughter. Don't you guys love that? When black bodies can be free, when black bodies can be loved and don't have to be forced in this fake idea of what you think black bodies should act like in order to get your love and your acceptance. I don't care about y'all love. I don't care about y'all. What is y'all love and acceptance gonna do? Huh? Did it stop Ray Ray from getting shot down by Pookie? Huh? Did your love and support stop Shamika from killing her kids? Huh? What does it do? Does it stop your husband from cheating on you? Y'all love and y'all acceptance. Does it stop y'all from fornicating? And does it make you be obedient to God's word and be a virgin on your wedding night? It don't do none of that. It don't do none of that. Honey, if y'all love and support and acceptance has so much power, the black community in a heterosexual be at a better place now, wouldn't it? And you know what? Everything that's horrible in the heterosexual community, from y'all killing each other, y'all sons, homicide 13,000 a year, y'all killing black babies in your womb, over 300,000 black bodies are dead from black mothers killing them in their womb. You know, me as a trans woman, I don't got shit to do with that. That's not that Me as a trans woman, all I'm doing is living my best life. I'm not involved with y'all. I don't I don't make any crimes. I've never been in jail for shit. Okay? I obey the law. I mind my business. And I love my life. I live a peaceful life. I'm not arguing about where my baby daddy at. I want to fight this bitch from staring at my baby daddy. Okay? I want to unalive this bitch because she was talking shit about me on the internet. I don't live like that. I don't No. Okay. Honey, I don't want to I would never want to live in that situation. Hell no. Let's go.
The only problem with this picture is motherfuckers don't know how to mind their business when it comes down to a child that don't belong to them. Y'all need to work.
Ooh, I know that's right. But didn't they say, Marvin, don't they say keep don't talk about the kids? Kids are off limits, Marvin, right? But only if they conform. But if they're a gay child, then they want to talk about the gay child. They want to send their gay kids to bully the gay child. No. And that's where it comes where shit. Did you guys know? I ain't gonna bring that up. Let's go.
Y'all crackhead ass sons and fucking daughters. Worry about y'all disobedient ass motherfucking children. Sweep in front your own front door. But y'all bitches don't want to clean up y'all fucking trash, so y'all jump over it. Some of y'all got fucking children that y'all scared of, and y'all worrying about a fucking.
Ooh, I like her, but she cussed so much. Honey, I thought I cussed. I don't think I'm gonna play this whole video because she cussed so much, but I do love her stance. I do want to see more black women speak up for trans kids and gay kids. I would love to see that. I didn't have this protection. I didn't have a safe space when I was growing up as a child. I had to be a down low child. And y'all claim y'all can't stand down low people, but you love down low people because when I was a down low man, you definitely loved the fuck out of me. You put me on a pedestal. Your bitch was all lined up trying to get with me and trying to see if we can get married and have kids and shit like that. I got a roll of bitches that was willing to have my baby. Okay? Yeah. And thank God I didn't go through with it. Okay? Family wanted me to go through it. The women wanted me to go through with it. Well, I'd be so miserable, y'all. Could you imagine? I got 5 kids out here. All because how I was brought up. All because I was forced to be this masculine boy that I never was. And I got to keep this image up because my parents forced this burden on me to make them happy. That is, for me, it's a miserable life. Now, for other down low men, they love it. They don't mind it. you know. I'm a pleaser, but I ain't that much of a pleaser, I guess, you know. I like to please myself, you know, in that regard, because I wouldn't want to live that way. But it's a lot of men that love it. They love having kids. You know, I talk to them all the time. And they're good fathers too. They're really, really good fathers. They spoil their kids and everything. But I don't wish to switch roles with them. I really don't. But yeah, oh, I told you she was so angry. Well, I don't think she's angry. She's just expressing herself. I mean, a lot of black people, you all, when you talk, y'all express yourself angry. I grew up in a household, all they did was yell. That's how they communicate, with yelling at each other. You would think they're angry, but that's just how they are. Black people, they speak a lot. Like when a pastor, when you go to church, he sounds like he angry as hell. But when you go to Catholic, like the white churches, the Pope, they don't talk with aggression. They talk with love. My father, my biological father's side, they're all Catholics. And my mom's side, they all Christians. And I went to both different churches, whatever, and it's day and night. I went to a Catholic school at one point in my life, and I went to a public school at one point in my life, and I went to a Christian school at one point in my life, and they were all different. I would say who have the best education was the Catholics. That Catholic, I got the best education. I got better education than the Christian school. Um, yeah, and I was more focused in the Catholic education. I was more focused in Catholic versus the Christian versus the public school. The public school and the Christian schools, they kind of like a little bit the same, you know. No, the Christian schools, they kind of force the Christian stuff more so, but it's most black. The Christian school I went to was majority blacks. The Catholic school I went to was majority white. I was the only white. I mean, I was the only black kid in my class. And I didn't feel any way about it. I've never dealt with racism head on. I know people have, but I've never experienced. And I guess God really put his favor on me because I've never went through that. I know racism is real and I know it exists, but personally, I've never had to deal with racism. Have I ever dealt with homophobic and transphobic? I believe when I was in kindergarten, in preschool, I dealt with it. And I've dealt with it from listening to family members talk about gay people. It wasn't directed towards me, but I felt it was directed towards me, so it was directed towards motherfucking me. And I dealt with homophobic and transphobic when I see other people doing that to other gay people and trans people. You know, I still feel it, you know, but it didn't happen directly to me because they thought I was heterosexual. They thought I was a heterosexual man. So, you know, but I use my heterosexual privileges to protect myself and to get privileges. But I don't want them. If I can do this shit all again, honey, I'll be like this boy with the dress. If I can do it all again, I wasted so many years. Well, I didn't have a choice, but being forced to be something I'm not, to be forced to be this masculine, acting person as a child. I'm never going to get that childhood back. And my whole childhood was me pretending and being fake and being somebody that I'm not, trying to please my parents and society. And I regret that. And, you know, some people would say, well, it's about the bullying. Well, teach kids stop the bully. How about that? No kid should be out here bullying. But y'all condone bullies. Y'all like the bully. But then when a bully grow old and he unalive your ass because you got pregnant, that's on y'all, because you can stop kids from bullying at a young age, but y'all like the bullies. So when these bullies kill your son, homicide, most of these homicides, they are bullies when they're kids, you know? So that's on y'all. Y'all do that. It said that's very true. Most people are hypocrites. They will love for everyone to stay in the closet, but at the same time, want you to be free. People are crazy. They want your ass to stay in the closet. You cannot believe them, Marvin. Okay, you got to know what pleases them. And it goes to what please. These are same people that say they are Christian, but they fornicate. If you are a Christian, is no way somebody can seduce you to betray your God. Marvin, if this is your God, this is your everything, and you really care about getting into heaven, no way anybody can tempt you from getting into bed when you know the word, you know better. Can't nobody not make you a virgin on your wedding night. But it's all bullshit, Marvin. They believe in their own bullshit. I don't know. I don't even think they believe their own bullshit, but it feels good. Majority people believe it in their own bullshit, and they use it as a weapon. But shit, they all gonna burn clearly. All right, so I'm gonna get on out of here. I love you guys, and I enjoyed this outlet, and I'm out. Bye.